Pro Football Weekly is breaking down the draft for all 32 teams. Right now, we're looking at the Tennessee Titans. Arthur, when you look at the needs that they had going into the draft, how would you say they did filling those?
Well, not great, to be honest. I think that if you look right up at the top, Kendall Wright, that's a luxury pick in my opinion. The wide receiving core was not one of their issues last year. Even without Kenny Britt, they did okay there. They weren't one of the best in the league, but they more than filled the bill in Britt's absence. Where this team needed help was clearly pass rush, clearly getting more physical defensively with the loss of Cortland Finnegan. They were looking for tone setters on defense. It remains to be seen if they found any, but it just seemed to me they didn't address the offensive line. They didn't find a pass rusher until their final pick. So a little bit curious in my eyes.
Yeah, I guess maybe they're going with the best player available, but we'll see if any of those guys help right away. What was your favorite pick that they made?
I really like Mike Martin in round 3. I think he was a great value. That was jumped out at me as the favorite pick. He's a Michigan guy. He's smart. He's athletic. I think that he's got the ability to show some stoutness against the run where they struggled last year, but also give them a little bit of interior push, maybe collapse the pocket a little bit. So for me, that was a really, really nice pick. I think when you pair Martin with Jarrell Casey, Carl Klug, a pair of guys that really came on strong as rookies last year, they got a pretty talented young core now in the middle.
We saw Martin at the Senior Bowl this year. I think he really stood out and kind of made a name for himself there. Which pick did you think was your least favorite?
Well, it may be surprising, and I talked about it at the top, but to me, Kendall Wright is just such a luxury pick and such a sort of odd placement. I'm not sure that 20th overall is great value for a guy like that. Obviously, on tape, he looks outstanding. He's an explosive playmaker, and he may turn out to be that for the Titans, but I worry about him showing up looking a little pudgy for a guy his size, and maybe the work habits are a bit questionable. To me, I just thought there were greater needs that they ignored at that point.
Yeah, he's got explosive talent. Whether he actually gets that going in the NFL, we'll have to see. When you look at the whole thing, what grade are you giving him?
I'm going to give Russell Webster a B- in his first draft. He was actually instrumental last year in helping Mike Reinfeld, but now he is the lead decision maker. The Titans always seem to be a team that kind of fly under the radar in terms of the draft, find a little bit of value that's not necessarily what you would think. So obviously we won't know for a few years down the road. We can always preface that when we're doing draft grades. But for me, not great, not bad. I was tempted to go C, but we'll give him a B-.
I think last year I looked at their draft, seemed uninspired. I didn't really like it, and then all of a sudden these guys kept contributing. I was like, oh wait, I remember him. Another draft pick I didn't think much of. They end up contributing. We'll see if the same thing can happen from this class. That's the grade for the Tennessee Titans. You can get the grades for all 32 teams by subscribing to our YouTube channel. It's at youtube.com/ProFootballWeekly.